Good afternoon. I'm George Latimer, County Executive, grandson of John James Latimer from County Fermanagh, and we are here today to celebrate Irish heritage by the raising of the Irish flag. Westchester County is a fabulous mosaic of many different ethnic groups, and over the course of the year, we try to make sure that we honor all of those groups. We stood in this very same spot about 7 months ago to raise the Italian flag for all of our Italian-American brothers and sisters, which I also claim have heritage. But over the course of the year, where we reach each of those different moments, we want to reflect on the heritage of those individuals who are here in Westchester, contribute to Westchester, but at the same time are very proud of their Irish heritage. And while the sun is setting, before it does, we want to make sure we start first by raising the Irish national flag. So we will ask the wonderful Local 21 Plumbers and Steam Fitters Pipe and Drum Corps, led by Craig Strusser, to provide us their wonderful music as we raise the Irish flag. The Local 21 Plumbers and Steam Fitters Pipe and Drum Corps. Well, we're here together on this brisk afternoon, about a week or so in advance of St. Patrick's Day, but to celebrate the Irish experience here in America. 246 years of our American experiment included Irish immigrants in the very beginning of our republic. But the great movement of immigrants from Ireland to America started in the mid-19th century, and over the course of those next 100 years or so, we saw a tremendous presence of the Irish in the United States. And when the Irish first came to this country, they were prejudiced against. They were viewed as lesser, they were treated with disrespect, and they were put in a position of inferiority against those who were here. 150 years later, the Irish Americans, generation after generation, have become part and parcel of the success of America. The most prominent individuals in this country in every field of endeavor, many of them have Irish roots. And of course, we've had presidents of the United States that claimed heritage back to Ireland. That is the experience of almost all immigrant groups to this country. And we would do well to remember that experience today as we celebrate all things Irish, but remember as well that we are part of a much greater whole in this country, which welcomes all individuals from all across the globe, each to bring their own talent to these shores. I'm joined today by some other important public officials. I'd like to recognize Westchester County legislator and my Minority Leader, Margaret Kunzio. Westchester County Legislator and Minority Whip, James Nolan. The outstanding Mayor of the City of White Plains, Thomas Roach. We're grateful for their presence today. They all claim Irish heritage in some way, shape, or form, and there are others who may join us before we're done here today. But we want to welcome Bill Byrne, a Westchester resident, and he is chairman of the St. Patrick's Day Foundation in New York City, to share his remarks on this important day. Mr. Byrne.
Thank you, County Executive Latimer, and thank you, Local 21, for piping us today. As you said, the Irish have a great legacy. You mentioned the United States, 264. Well, the parade in New York City, 246. The parade in New York City is 14 years older than the United States of America. It started in 1762, and that's an organization that really, truly is the legacy of everybody who's gone before us. It is a lasting legacy of the Irish in this area. The Irish is, in essence, the predominant ethnic group in this side of the United States, more so than any other part of the United States, the East Coast. And we walk in all forms of life, from education to service to this great country. And the parade in New York City celebrates its 260. This next week we'll march for the 261st time. It started right when the British still ruled New York. It's the first expression of religious freedom in this country. It's the first expression of our willingness to tolerate people. All other ethnic parades come from the New York City St. Patrick's Day Parade, and it's a proud legacy that the Irish hold and continue to hold. This year, the parade is dedicated to Labour because of the Grand Marshal, and also to the first responders and essential workers. We've gone through 2 years of hard times. We've lost a lot of friends and relatives, and it's important that we recognize those who we have lost the last 2 years. And also, just to let you know, at 12 o'clock, the parade will stop. It'll turn south like it did in 2002 to mark 9/11. Not just will we mark 9/11, but Cardinal Dolan will come out on the steps of St. Patrick. He will recognize the victims of the pandemic as well as 9/11. The fire department, the police department, the 69th Regiment and the Port Authority will then play taps and Amazing Grace. After that, we will restart the parade. I think that's a fitting tribute after what this country has gone through. The parade, if you reflect on what has happened, the parade is really the first major celebration in this country since the pandemic. And needless to say, New York City is looking forward to it. The whole tri-state area is looking forward to it. And we're certainly very, very happy to be back again on the streets of New York celebrating St. Patrick's Day. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. In Irish, Lá Féile Pádraig, which means Happy St. Patrick's Day. Thank you.
I'd like to recognize some of the prominent individuals in Westchester County government who are here today. We are at one of our most famous parks, the Kensico Dam Plaza, and we're joined by the Commissioner of our Parks, Recreation and Conservation Department, Kathy O'Connor. If that sounds Irish to you, it is.
Thank you.
And her first Deputy Commissioner, Peter Tartaglia. If that doesn't sound Irish to you, don't be fooled. His kids are half Irish. Our Deputy County Executive, Ken Jenkins, is with us today as well. And we also have our Commissioner of Information Technology, who is here not only in her role as Commissioner, but the wife of our last speaker, Marguerite Byrne. Commissioner, it's a pleasure to have you with us here. And other members of my staff. I would point out, because Tom Roach will not let me get out of here if I don't mention this, we have parades for St. Patrick's here in Westchester County that we're all very proud of. They kick off this Saturday, the 12th of March, in the city of White Plains with the restarting of the White Plains Parade. It's the 23rd parade in the 25th year. We lost 2 because of COVID. And Tom and the city officials of White Plains will be there this Saturday. On Sunday, we have 3 parades in Westchester County. Sleepy Hollow Parade earlier in the day, and then at 3 o'clock, pick your choice. You can be in Eastchester or in Peekskill for their parades. The following weekend, we have probably the largest of all of them in Yonkers on McLean Avenue, which is downtown area for our Irish American community in Westchester County, in Yonkers on McLean Avenue. And then we have on Sunday the 20th in Mamaroneck, the Sound Shore Parade, which will come down Mamaroneck Avenue and will bring together people from New Rochelle, Port Chester, Rye Washington, and Mamaroneck. If I've missed any, please let me know. Did I miss any Westchester parades that we have? We may even create one between now and then. So, we're scheduled to have next the singing of the United States National Anthem and the Irish National Anthem by Gus Hayes of Yonkers. If he will join us here, Gus. And he will give us the rendition of A Soldier's Song, the Irish National Anthem. And then, of course, please join him in the American National Anthem. And if you know both of them, sing along with Gus. Thank you, my friend. It's all yours.
Thank you. Please join in. I get nervous, with crowds. Sheena fina fall a toffee aulegerin wind or slew hothing the roni kung favored vessel Shanti Roshinche fasta Niok for Ventiron no Ventrol Anok de Hain Sabana Bwil Legan Gwil Con Bosch nu sail Legan Iskrek Velok Nabile Shalif Kanig Aaron Navin. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Before we part company for warmer climates, I'd like to invite my colleagues in county government to share a few thoughts at this moment. Margaret Kunzio and James Nolan, please, if you would.
Well, even though my name ends in a vowel, my Irish grandmother would be very upset if I didn't acknowledge my Irish heritage. She stood at 4 feet 10 inches, green eyes, and red hair, and was a force to be reckoned with. I'd like to say that I have just a little bit of her in me. George, what do you think? As we're here to celebrate the flag raising for Irish Heritage Month, I'm looking forward to celebrating not only the heritage and history, but also looking back at the trials and tribulations that the Irish Americans dealt with in this country, and to see how far they've come. And I look at my own ancestors and I see how lucky I am and how fortunate I am that they came here and they went through all of those trials and tribulations so that I may be able to live in this great country. So I want to say thank you to all. And as we celebrate Irish Heritage Month, I'm looking forward to seeing everyone at the Sleepy Hollow Parade Sunday. 1:30 is the kickoff. 1:30, yes. So thank you again. and happy St. Patrick's Day, which, by the way, is also my birthday. So it's a double celebration for me. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Well, my name does. My name does end in Irish name. I'm very happy to be here and to help celebrate as a proud Irish American. And I'm very happy to know that the St. Patrick's Day Parade is the first big celebration we're going to have, especially walking in Yonkers, one of the biggest ones around besides New York City. It's going to be a proud moment, a moment I'm looking forward to, and I can't wait to see everybody walking out there. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
All right.
Thank you.
And the mayor of White Plains, Tom Roach. Tom?
If my name doesn't sound Irish, you're not Irish. But when I was a kid, I got teased a lot about my last name, obviously, and I never really thought about it. And then when I graduated from college, I was the first in the family to go back to see my father's uncle on the farm in Ireland. And as soon as I got to Ireland, it was like Roach's stores. And the first B&B we stayed in, I signed my name, Thomas Michael Roach. And she said, "Where does a Yank get a name like that?" So I'm proud of my heritage. My grandfather came here and lived in Eastchester and died before I was born. But the connections are strong, and very proud to be with you all today. And I got a pitch. George pitched. I got to close the deal. Be in White Plains at noon on Saturday. Rain or shine.
And our final speaker is Deputy County Executive Ken O. Jenkins.
Thank you. As a proud member of the Irish American community, but more importantly, it's great to be here this afternoon while we are celebrating and raising the flag for all of our Irish Americans in this continued tradition for all of us in Westchester to celebrate everyone's heritage, appreciate the differences, and love the similarities, and continued great work around the county. So this is going to be so much fun, as it is going to be the very first festival, parades, and all those things getting together. We're going to look forward to having some corned beef and cabbage and keep going from there. So thank you so much, and happy St. Patrick's Day.
Just going to give the county exec this year's parade pin celebrating our 261st parade in New York City.
Bill, thank you very much. That's wonderful. Thank you. Wear it with pride on St. Patrick's Day. Just just one thing you should know, Ken O. Jenkins, did go to Fordham Prep, so that's got to count for something in the big scheme of things. And Iona. So as it gets too cold to continue, we want to thank everyone for coming, particularly these lovely ladies here. And what parade are we going to be seeing you all at?
Sleepy Hollow.
Sleepy Hollow, all Sleepy Hollow. Very good. Well, listen, we hope you enjoy this wonderful month, Heritage Month that's ahead. And certainly we're all proud to be Irish in small or large part. And thank you all for your participation in Local 21, tremendous music. And have a wonderful day and a wonderful celebration. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.